Hello, welcome back. Welcome if you're new here. I'm Annie. Right, excuse the state of me. I'm getting ready to go to a wedding, so get ready with me. We're going to have a little chit chat as I'm going, and I can show you how I scrub up. Yeah, I've got a new dress to wear. I'll show you. I got it from a charity shop. £7.50. Couldn't believe it, and it fits me absolutely perfectly. So I'm going to wear that. I've got my grandchildren here as well, and I'm going to get them ready. But I'll show you later on the venue. It's a castle, Cooling Castle in Rochester. I'll show you that, but I'll only film from the outside because obviously it's someone's wedding and I won't intrude on that. So how is everyone? Have you tried any makeup tips that I've given you yet? Let me know in the comments if you've tried anything and what worked for you, or if you've got any tips for older skin, because it'd be good if we could all share them. I think that'd be really nice. Yeah, I've had such a busy week this week. I had a funeral yesterday. I'm still looking on the date site, and something happened the other day. I did have a good old giggle to myself. There was someone contacted me on there, this man with a bald head, and I thought, oh, he looks quite nice. I thought, oh, he's got a tattoo on his forehead. And I thought, oh, I don't like that. I don't like men with tattoos on their face. It's not attractive. And I thought, what is it? It looks a funny tattoo. So I'd really dismissed him, but I zoomed in on it. And I realised it was a mark on my screen of my phone. I thought he had a big tattoo on his head, poor man. I'd already rejected him, so couldn't go back. And once again, I really want to thank you all for your wonderful comments. I just love reading them. It's so lovely, and it just feels nice that we're all sort of sticking together through this old age. That's how it feels. It's just lovely. I enjoy reading them and answering them. It's just so lovely. It's just nice that we can all stare in the face of age and laugh. That's the biggest thing. I think laughter gets you through everything. It's always got me through everything, laughter. As you know, I love a good giggle. Yeah, when I went back to the charity shop, I bought a few things that I'm going to show you on my next video. Put some really nice stuff in there. It's like with any shop, as long as you go at the right time. I think I must have gone when they just restocked the shelves, but it was really lovely. And I bought myself a little small straw handbag in there as well. I'm not going to be wearing that tonight, taking that with me, because I've got a different colour one that goes better with the dress. I bought a pair of shoes in there. They were brand new, but they've got a block heel, and I can't walk in them. And I don't want to be like tripping it at someone's wedding and dancing. Can you imagine it? In these flipping clodhoppers. I had a bit of a shoe malfunction this week. I had to go into someone's house for something, and I bought myself a pair of sandals, and they're Uggs, and they are so comfortable. They're really, really lovely. But the thing is, I've got flat feet, and when you're walking them, they cause a suction, and they fart. And as you walk along, they go. And I walked into this person's house, and they done it. And she just stared at me. So I said, oh, it's my shoes. I said, and then I walked. And would they do it again? No, they wouldn't. Maybe look like a flipping liar, like I was trying to cover up a fart. I thought, oh, well, probably won't ever see her again anyway. Yeah, she didn't believe me. But it's a bit like if you trip over something in the street. First thing you do is you look down to see what you've fallen over. But you didn't fall over anything. It was just tripped over your own feet. But do you notice Have you done that since you've got older, that when you walk along, you're forever looking down because you're looking where you're walking? So frightened you're going to flipping trip over. I'm going to have to pull my fringe over my eyebrows because, again, I can never get them straight. And they say they're not twins, they're sisters. Mine don't even look like they're related. A few years ago, well, actually, it wasn't that long ago, I bought some heated rollers, and I thought that I was going to look like Farrah Fawcett Majors. Do you remember her? And I was going to have all these big bouncy curls. And I put the heated rollers in, all excited. When I took them out, I looked like Mrs. Brown. Looked stupid. So I gave them away. I thought, oh, I can't go around looking like that. Look like I've had a shampoo and set. People don't have them now, do they? They don't have shampoos and sets. I remember my mum used to always have one. She used to come home, but that was the in thing then. But when people go grey and they have a shampoo and set, I remember when I first started hairdressing and it was Pensioners' Day and they all came in with their grey hair and had like a shampoo and set. And I looked at them once, all sitting there. They looked like a row of cauliflowers. Oh, I ain't having mine like that. So another thing that's changed is I went to a funeral yesterday and it was my friend's mum. I've got to say it was absolutely beautiful. But my friend said, oh, I think wear colour, wear colour. And I didn't wear colour because I was frightened that I was going to be the only one that turned up in colour. And I thought, what sort of idiot am I going to look turning up there in something bright and they're all in black? So I just wore a black sort of chiffony short sleeve blouse, well, no sleeve blouse, and then I wore a black pair of trousers. And when I got there, they all had beautiful, colourful dresses on. I felt so stupid. And I felt a bit guilty, and really what I should have done was taken something with me. But because my friend's partner picked me up, it's not like I had my own car there to keep it in the boot or anything. Yeah, so I did feel a bit upset by that. But they all said, oh, your hair colour was enough. But it was the most beautiful funeral, as far as funerals go. Really nice. And she had, the wake was in a pub, and she done afternoon tea, because her mum loved afternoon tea. And you know, what a lovely thing to have at wake. You know, it's all scones, jam, or scones as people say, jam and cream and cakes and little sandwiches. It was really lovely. All the old-fashioned china on the tables, the teapots and the cups and saucers, and it was really lovely. And actually, it was so nice just chatting to everyone, and we were there for hours. It was actually really lovely, and it's nice because you see people lift when it's the wake and the actual burial is over. It turned out a really lovely afternoon, apart from obviously the circumstances, but it was really nice. I have taken a photo of what I was wearing, which I'll add on this and show you. I didn't film it, and the photo's not very good, but I'll put it on and show you anyway what I wore. And I took my new straw bag with me as well, so you'll see that. I'd like to know if any of you ever been to a funeral that's different. I don't want to talk about funerals really, but have you been to something that's a bit different, that is a bit out of the ordinary? Because I like things like that. Well, you all know I like different, but that was really different. It was beautiful. I'm going to do my makeup slightly different to I showed you the other day. The basics are still the same, but I'm going to try and do not like completely smoky eye, but I'm just going to do a little bit smoky because it's an evening. but I don't want to go too heavy, because I think you go too heavy with your makeup, it makes you look older. I'm going to be sharing with you as well in the near future clothes that I've bought and how I wear them, because I think I've said many a time I'm only 4'11" and I'm a size 14, and when you're short there's things you should and shouldn't wear, and it's the same as when you're tall. I mean, the dress I've bought, my daughter said, "Mum, it's a top." I said, "No, it's not, it's a dress." Well, it was a top on her, but it's a dress on me. So, because I'm short, but I'll show you different things and things that I've learned along the way, that how to wear things, especially when you're older, because I find when you're older, you don't necessarily follow fashion anymore, because you don't want to look like you're trying to force yourself to be young. So I don't follow fashion, but I think as you get older, it's more a classy look. The hair, not classy, but if you wear something nice, and I've got lots of pairs of jeans, nice jeans, and I don't go designer, I go Marks and Spencer's, because they're really nice and they're comfortable, and a nice top, and you can look casual but smart depending what you put with it. And the dress I've bought is fitted, so it goes in at the waist, and I find that, and we all do it, we get tops that are like square, so they're just a square down from under your arm, and they're comfy and they're nice, but actually they don't define your shape. And if you get something a bit more fitted, and it does make you look like you go in at the right places. And it's the same as t-shirts. When I was a lot bigger, I used to wear my t-shirt hanging out long, cover my bum, and actually when I'm so short it looked like I had little short legs because the t-shirt was so long. Well, I've got little short legs, but not that short. So there's ways I've found that I've watched others do it, that actually I would never have done. But when you do it, if you tuck it in the front and bag it out a little bit, it doesn't make you look so short. But that's something else I'm going to be showing you. I'm going to show you a lot of things I've bought at charity shops. And most of my stuff is charity shops, because I've lost so much weight and needed a complete new wardrobe, which would have worked out so expensive. So I'll be taking you through that. I'd like to know your fashion tips as well, what you do and how you think you should look as you get older, and what can't you wear anymore. I mean, one of my things is heels. I can't wear heels anymore. But then I think there's nothing worse than watching someone trying to wear heels that can't walk in them, because it just is ridiculous. The whole demure of them, it looks stupid. People just look, don't matter what they're wearing, you would never even see what they're wearing. You're just taking note of how they're trying to walk in their shoes. And I will show you those shoes that I bought, because they are really lovely. And if I could walk in them properly, I should have actually practiced a bit in them. I would have worn them. See, that eye's done. I haven't put my glasses on, so I don't know what it looks like yet. So I've just done it a little bit smoky, but not too much, because otherwise you look like you've got two black eyes. And I'm just putting the eyeshadow over the liner, but I'm feathering it in a bit to the eyelid. So it is a thicker line, but it sort of fades in. Well, I think I have. I won't know till I put my glasses on. It probably looks ridiculous. Yeah, it's a bit like the old girls' club, isn't it, this? Do you remember the, I don't know what they call them now. It used to be the pensioners' clubs. I used to go when I was a kid with my nan, and someone made the tea and I had to go and hand the tea out. I knew I had a purpose in life. I don't know what they call them now. I think now it's not politically correct to call them pensioners' clubs. Oh, I know what they call them, retirement clubs. That's what they call them. Retirement clubs, honestly. I'm also going to be doing some more makeup that I've bought. I'm going to review it, not because anyone's asked me, but just so that everyone knows. I'm going to review it all and let you all know what it's like so that you've got an idea of what to use. But it's going to be cheaper makeup. It's not going to be expensive makeup, because none of us want to pay out for makeup, especially if we're not sure. When your skin's younger, you don't mind because everything goes. But on older skin, if we can all share our tips of what we've found. I know some of you are in different countries and I'm in England, so I don't know what would be readily available, but the internet's a good thing that you can get almost anything from anywhere. But let me all know what you use and what you find works on your skin, because if we all share tips, it could save us all a lot of money buying stuff that's no good for us. But this concealer that I'm putting around, like I showed you the other day, to define my jawbone. Well, I haven't really got one, but I'm just like making one. That's Elf. That's an Elf one. I find Elf stuff is really good, and it's ever so cheap as well. I've also got a new lipstick, and one of you asked me what colour pink lipstick I was wearing the other day. Well, that one's been discontinued, but I have bought another one that is probably even nicer. I'll have to find it. Before I go out, I'll put it on and I'll tell you what colour it is. It was only a cheap one. It was only a few quid. It wasn't a lot of money. So I'll let you know what colour that is, because that is a really nice one. I've got another one. It's, let me just see if I can get it. Yeah, there it is. I don't know if this one's still going. It's a Revolution one, and it's like a paint on one. Colour is absolutely lovely, but it's hell to get off. And I take my makeup off and I wake up in the morning, still got the lipstick on. I have to get like flannel to get it off. That really stays on. I don't think I'd buy it again. I've got a feeling that's discontinued now. I've only not long had it, but I wouldn't buy it again for the simple fact it's hard to get off. Yeah, so you know, it's worth sharing things with you so we all know what to buy and what we can do. Don't you just hate it when you see someone with foundation on and they put it all on and it ends there and they've got that line? When I that I see that, I always want to go up to them and go, "Oh, come here, love," and rub it in. My mum was bad when my mum was alive, but my mum had no filter on her. Couldn't take her anywhere. I remember once we went to there's Rochester Cathedral, which is lovely where I live, and we went there and they had this knife angel that had been made out of all the knives that had been handed in or confiscated by the police, and someone had made this, oh, it was huge, an angel out of the knives. And we went to see it, and there was a woman standing next to it and telling everyone all about it. And my mum liked a good chat. Did see, that's where I got it from. She liked a good old chat, and she got talking to the woman, and the woman said, yes, and it was a hot day, and my mum said, aren't you hot? She said, well, I'm not too bad now. She said, I've just lost an awful lot of weight. And my mum had been having a good chat with her. She said, yeah, I've lost an awful lot of weight. And my mum said to her, you're still fat? Oh, God, kill me now. It was awful, absolutely awful. The things she used to come out with. Is there anything that your mums used to do, or your dad's? Because it's funny, as I get older, I remember my dad, he started making funny noises when he got older. He used to go, shh, 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 shh. And if I drove him anywhere, and say him and my mum were sitting in the back of the car, the faster I got, the quicker his little noises went. And the faster I went, he'd be going, what's all that about? Right, I found the lipstick. Right, this lipstick is by Barry M, and it's called Baby Pink. Isn't that lovely? Well, I've had a lovely day. I've been to the wedding. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful place. And it's so nice, and it makes you feel so nice when you mix with people and it's happy, and they're all people you know and your family. And I do tend to shut myself away at times. But the last 2 days, albeit yesterday was a funeral, the funeral yesterday, the wedding today, has been so nice, and it's made me realise that I like being around people. And I believe we should all go out, enjoy ourselves, go out and shine, take your sparkle. And it's made me feel really good. I've had a really good time. It's Saturday tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. I'm going to have a nice, quiet weekend because I've been out most of the week this week, and it's been really lovely. I was happy with my dress from the charity shop, although it did rub me. It's left a red mark. I don't quite know why. And my boobs did fall out when I sat down. So I had to keep holding the front together. So I'm going to have to do something with that, put a little hook or something on it to keep it together. But it was nice, and it was a comfortable dress, and it looked really lovely. So it's been a really nice day. But I think that's one thing we should take with us, that go out and shine. Take your sparkle and sprinkle it everywhere. It's so, so lovely. Anyway, I've got another story for you, just to end the day on. I went to my mum's, and I don't know why, she had all these tenor lady little pads. I don't know why she had them. And she said she got them because they were in the sale, but she didn't need them. Would I like them? I said, I don't want them. But they were all out of the packet. Anyway, she put them in my handbag. Anyway, I thought, oh, I'll just put them in the bin when I get home. Anyway, on the way home, I stopped off at Asda to get a few bits of shopping. And I got to the checkout, and they added it up. I went to pay, got my purse out my bag. And someone said, oh, excuse me, you've got something stuck to your purse. I had a tenner lady stuck to my purse. And everyone in the queue saw it. And trying to say, it's not mine. Well, it was in my handbag. Blame my mum for that one. Anyway, I'm tired. It's late. And I need to go to sleep. So until next time, I'll see you all soon. Night.